Hello and welcome to Periodic Castle.
By whom?
Jumpy Juveria.
Alright. So far we've learned a lot about this periodic table actually, which is the chart that the scientists use to list all of the known elements. And how many of them are there?
118.
Alright. There are actually 118 elements in the periodic table. 92 of them are actually found in nature, while others are man-made materials, man-made elements. Yes, tell me, Safiya, what question is there? Go ahead. No, you had a question about why there are only 103 listed on the periodic table. Alright, the other ones are called rare earth metals. So the ones you don't see here are really rare earth metals, which are around 30 of them. And as we go ahead, we will take care of these rare earth metals as well. Alright, so today I'm going to start a new row. Okay, so this is a row and these are called columns. You know, column is like pillars.
Yeah, pillars. Yes? And
so
row are like slanting.
Horizontal. What is it?
Horizontal.
And the columns are called?
Vertical.
Vertical. Wonderful. Periodic elements are?
They are arranged like circle. Then after that, then
squares.
rock, then squares.
Okay.
Like
Now, when you see these circles, that means they are in gaseous state, and you can't capture a gas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have the atoms of a gas which is spread apart, isn't it? Solid is 3 states of matter. Solid,
liquid,
yes,
gas.
And gas you have to combine. So when you see these bottles as a representation, that means like nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and what we are.
Why there is upar mein kuch?
Which one?
Like
it's a small
this.
bottle open. Yes, Zingi. All right. So what we are going to do now is we are going to. So today we are going to the last column of a periodic castle, as Jumpy calls it, and this is called the noble gases.
Noble gases.
What do you mean by noble? He's a noble man. He's a noble girl. What do you mean by noble?
Means,
yes.
known.
Known. Oh, known. Okay. They're noble like lords, kings. What else? Noble? Noble are like good. Okay. So they are called noble gas because they're so good, they don't react with anybody. When somebody teases you, what do? Do you react back? No.
Just ignore.
You ignore them. Okay. So these can also be called ignore gases. They don't.
Ignore gases means noble gases.
Noble gases. But actually, ignore is a new word we made, Jumpy. But actually, their atoms never form bonds in nature.
So the noble gases, if we put the hands, they will not get apart.
Okay. Now they are in a gaseous state. That means they don't form bonds. So for example, our first noble gas and the first one on the column that we've got, and this is the last one in the periodic castle, is helium. So helium will never form a bond of its own. Helium will always be alone. It will not react. That's why.
When we touch it, it will not move anywhere.
No, it's not in a metal form. It's a gaseous form.
What
so you can't touch it. Yeah.
But if we go inside it, so it will not do any harm.
It will not do any harm, yes.
What is the slime made of?
The sign is made of helium. Can you spell? Slime. What is slime made of? Alright.
That will be another topic.
Oh, I have to really research, Zingi. But next episode, I'm going to find out what is slime made of.
Slime is not. Slime is made of glue. Then all the things.
Oh, Jumpy says slime is made of glue, a little bit of salt. So that
salt is not using.
there must be some salt to make it stick together. I'm sure.
Glue,
yeah.
Water
And maybe little rubber. Zingi, there's flour.
Kind of thing.
Okay, flour in it. So I'm going to find an ingredient of the slime. Excellent question. You all are scientists, and your dad is learning how to become. So see, I'm going to show you what a periodic table looks like. So you know how a periodic table looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a castle, and we are going to the last row, the last column.
That is the most
That
ghosty.
is the
In the middle.
and the first one in the noble gas is helium. Now remember, you have gone to parks and there was a balloon seller there, and the balloon seller had balloons. You release it.
They put helium gas. gases in there.
Yes, it is. Helium is a lightweight gas. That is why they fill it in balloon.
And it goes up to the moon.
Absolutely. It
Because
goes
of
up.
the helium stick, the balloon goes up.
Absolutely. And when I give you one balloon, you say, no, give me two. I want two colors. What are your favorite colors, Zingy?
Pink and purple.
Pink and purple. So helium is always going to be atomic number 2. Remember, helium is pink and purple, according to Zingy Zainab. And can you spell helium, Softy?
Helium.
Correct. And,
Helium.
and the first two letters of helium are?
He.
That's the atomic.
He.
That's the atomic name. The number
Helium
is
is a
2.
boy.
Helium is a boy.
Because it's he.
It's he. Is there an element with she? S-H-E?
No.
Oh, I'll have to find out.
Sodium.
Sodium.
Sodium,
Oh,
it's starts
but
with S.
sodium. Oh, and sodium is a girl because it always says na 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 na. Because
But girls don't do that.
no, girls don't do that. Oh, and
Sodium is also boy.
sodium.
Yes, they do fighting.
Girls fight. Girls can do everything that a boy is capable of. So,
Boys are dubu.
boys are the, oh no, I'm a boy. So sodium, but has an atomic name Na. Remember, it is not S. It's Na. So we remember that. Fair enough. So there
So
is
sodium is a boy.
sodium is boy.
No,
Okay.
there is something like S, no?
That is
it's
sulfur.
Sulfur.
Excellent. So let's come back to helium. Helium, He, atomic numbers 2. The name helium comes from the Greek word helios, which means sun. Remember we learned about heliocentric model of Earth?
Yes, and the balloon goes to the sun,
Sun.
directly.
And when the Earth is in the middle, it's called?
And
Excellent.
parachute also.
Parachute. Oh, geocentric. So now the sun is filled with helium. Helium is the second
What?
most. It's gas.
So,
In space,
so
its maximum is helium.
So
Jupiter also has helium and hydrogen.
After
both are
hydrogen,
gas,
it's helium.
So both have to run together, na?
Yes.
So if the sun pulls the balloon up if there is helium.
Okay, but you know by the time it goes up, it will burst.
If how we are made of, how this mobile made of.
Mobile is made of many things, but most important thing is sand. Mobile is made of plastic, and plastic again comes from sand.
But why
And it is made of
sand?
glass, and glass is from sand. It has semiconductor, which is made of sand. It's silica. We'll learn about silica. It's brilliant, Zingy. So first of all, helium is the
It
lightest
break
element.
also too.
Yes.
It's break.
It breaks, yeah, because now it's delicate and fragile. I'll learn about
And
silica.
it's made of brick.
It's made of brick. Okay,
No,
we'll
brick
learn
is
about
not
that. So now quickly we'll summarize helium as we go because we have only questions. It is an inert gas. Inert means non-inflammable. It will not burn. So we are safe. That is why we put helium in big air balloons, or airships. And you can send helium in the sky to understand and study the weather.
And there is some people
Yes.
who when they take some balloons in their hand, when they leave they go up.
Yes, helium goes
and
up.
so-
One very important, yes,
So
Zingy,
when we
Jumpy.
sit in the air balloon, so how we turn it?
We turn
and
it
look
through the propellers. There will be some
I guess-
motors. Motors will be there. You will use an engine, or you can use something like a raft. The wind will turn it on its own, and you can only go up and go down. Yes, Softy.
Like when the rocket
So how do
goes
we
up,
down?
Huh?
I guess the helium falls down from the
Okay, helium is
I
not
got
used in
it, I got
rockets.
it, I
That's a
got it.
different gas. This
I
is
got
only
it.
an inert gas for weather balloons.
Because of the fire, it is turning there. There is fire.
Yes, there is a
it.
fire into it. And so we also know that Saturn has completely clouds of helium and hydrogen. By the way, one of the best thing about helium is when you jump into water, the scuba divers need artificial respiration. They need to breathe inside the oceans
so
and
they
the
put
seas.
mask.
Yeah, they put mask.
And
which,
inside the mask there is helium to breathe.
Okay, so what will happen is because they use a mixture of helium and oxygen. 80% helium, 20% oxygen in deep sea diving instead of ordinary gas. So helium is also very useful. In fact, the MRI scanners, when you go to an MRI machine and when there is a scanning happening, helium is used to cool it. And I'll tell you something very interesting. So I worked in a company which had a project in CERN. CERN is one of the largest cauldron. Cauldron means an accelerator in Switzerland. It's one of the largest science instrument in Switzerland, Geneva.
You went there.
I've been, and in CERN they use liquid helium to cool its part. So
How to make gas?
how do you make gas into liquid? Gas has atoms spread apart.
I know,
Yes,
I know.
yes.
Use evaporation so the liquid will turn into
And
gas.
use
And the gas will
the-
again turn into
Okay,
solid. And then we
alright.
can
And use some wind too.
Okay.
Because of the water vapor
Absolutely. Only the term evaporation is not to use. To turn helium into a liquid, it must be cooled. But Safia used the word evaporation. What we say is cooling to an extreme temperature of say minus 300 degrees Celsius. So you cool it. You know, our AC works at how many temperature?
20.
Oh, it's not even AC. It's 16 maybe when it becomes cool. Imagine it is minus
No,
2,
no,
minus
zero,
5.
zero.
Zero is like freezing. Isn't it cold? And boiling temperature is
But when
100 degree. So when you
and
cool
when
helium,
but when we switch on the fan, so this fan when we do in zero, no, so it's in this fan it comes slow.
oh, the
Yeah,
fan.
and the fan
So
will
never
really
switch on the fan when using AC because it blows away your entire cooling system.
And
People think it cools the room faster. It does not do that. Actually, dust spreads on the AC. Wow, you all are thinking like scientists now, girls. So I'll close helium, which is a long discussion today that we've got, with one new point. The high-speed trains uses a pair of magnet, and this magnet again is cooled by helium. So helium, because of its non-inflammatory, non-reactory,
So,
is used to cool a lot of things.
so when the train is going, so there's a magnet which is pulling it.
Yes.
And then when we want to stop, so when we pull it, so magnets go away.
Yeah, the magnetic property goes away. Or they are called electromagnets. Quickly, what's the atomic number for helium, Zingy?
2.
2. What's the atomic name for helium?
He.
He. Tell me any one use of helium, Softy.
Hot balloon.
Hot air balloon. And inside the ocean?
Helium balloon.
Helium.
That
Which
fast.
planet has clouds of helium and hydrogen?
Saturn.
Saturn. Alright, that closes helium. A long discussion. Until then, good night.